right. I think we're good. So we let people come in for a minute or two, and then we'll get going. Thought we'd do something a little bit Bob Ross today. In a Bob Ross happy accident kind of day. Haven't done Facebook Live in a while, so I don't know how well, if anything, they've improved. Hey, Anthony, I can see you. Hey, buddy. That's good. They've made that better since the last time I was on. How are you doing, bud? How's all this craziness treating you? Good, I hope. Well, I don't imagine it'll treat you good, but, I hope you're doing good. Anyway. Hey, Salpy. How are you? Okay, guys, we're going to do a Bob Ross thing here. Let me stir up this liquid white. I'm working on that boat painting, and I had needed it for it to dry, so I thought, yeah, let's just pop on and do a little landscape thing. Don't want to get Emily Jean, the little painter girl, after me for slacking off. My little painter wife. She stay on top of me. Keeps me straight. If y'all haven't seen her latest painting, you got to check it out. It's coming together awesome. She's fussing, but whenever she's really fussing about a painting, that means it's really going to be good. All right, let's put some liquid white on here while we're waiting for the people to come in. Just to do maybe a little winter scene today. It's nice and hot outside. But I did notice today that the garden's really starting to get ready for autumn, so we may as well start thinking about something cool would be cool. Anthony, did you go back on the road for some more certification? I saw some pictures of you and Wilson, and then I wasn't sure if that was from before or if that was this year. Either way, it's got to be a lot of fun. Hey, Jane. Everybody hear me okay? Forgot to do a sound check. I'm not used to doing all that now because my YouTube channel's coming along pretty good. Kind of got a handle on all that video editing stuff now. We're going to try tomorrow, I think we're going to try and start creating a picture-in-picture hookup for that. Hopefully that'll go really good. From a couple of years ago. Gosh, has it been that long? Dude, time's just flying, don't it? Saw something not too long ago about how long we've been friends. I was like, oh my Lord, that went fast. But we've been cranking out stuff on YouTube. That's a pretty good format. I kind of like that a lot. Now that I got the hang of it. I don't do too many lives though, because I tend to meander when I'm painting. So nobody wants to see me just meandering around. Talking. All right, that should do it for liquid white. Okay, so let's put a little bit of. This is my new paint board. If you guys haven't seen that, I put a video up about that. But it's coming along pretty good. I like that. It a lot less cleanup at the end of painting. I don't have paint laying around every which way. And since, I don't usually spend a lot of time figuring out what I was going to paint, it works out really good for me. So, because I can just dress the palette as I go, and still get everything put away really fast. Everything gets put away as it goes. We're going to start off with a little bit of phthalo blue, because like I said, we're going to do something kind of Bob Rossy. So what would a Bob Ross painting be without some phthalo blue? We'll throw a few trees and stuff in here. Maybe some snow. Who knows? Who knows? Doesn't matter. We'll get it down. I guess I'm going to put some snow on here. I'll kind of bring this on down a little bit more. Well, let's see. Let's just kind of... We'll use all this blue down here for shadows and stuff. So tomorrow we'll have another YouTube video up. It'll be the last video in the Tall Ship series. And then we will be moving on out of that series into something new. I think Cottage Mystique is what's going to be coming up next, where we did the cottage. And then we'll be moving on to some portraiture stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, I hope you'll pop into the channel there and hang out. Alright, let's just kind of... That would be just fine. Okay. Wow, 2 years ago. Gosh. I'm just using some Oto's paint thinner here. It was kind of interesting there for a while here. Things being closed up and stuff. Luckily, I keep a lot of stuff in my studio. Oftentimes I think, wow, why did you buy all that stuff? Because, I mean, why do you keep so much? You could just go down to the art store is like 4 miles from my house. Like, why are you keeping all this stuff? And then, I'm like, well, because when I get ready to want paint, I want to have it right there at my fingertips. I don't want to have to go to the art store every time I want to paint something. So, that came in really handy for me from when all this craziness broke out. Alright, so that's kind of it for the phthalo blue, I think. I'll clean the brush out. Anthony, your new setup looks like it's working really good. Splash paint thinner around. So we just kind of wipe a little bit of that off my palette. There we go. All right. Okay, how about some clouds? You can put clouds in the sky however you want. I do it lots of different ways. Using a filbert brush, or some you can use a filbert brush, you can use a fan brush. I think today I will use a fan brush. So I've got a couple of titanium whites here on my palette. And I think that one is a Grumbacher and the other is Winton. I'm going to go with Winton because it's a little bit today, because the Grumbacher, which I'm almost out of, is a really good mountain paint, but it's a little too thick for what I want to do with clouds today. So, all right, let's maybe put a couple of layers of clouds in here. They're not going to be central to what I want to paint, but I think we'll add. Tell you what, let's do this. So I'll use this little shorty brush, I guess. I'm going to load this brush up pretty good. All right, you can see I got it pretty well loaded. I think people struggle with clouds sometimes a little too much. All right, let me clean that brush out. We can take some of that phthalo blue out of it. So we're going to add some pink to it here a little bit. Get ready to blend it. We're going to blend all this stuff. This kind of. And then maybe just a little bit of something over here. Not much. All right. Got any questions? Pop them up there. Otherwise, just hang out. That's good. That's good, Anthony. All right. Let's do a little blending here. I'll just use a 1-inch brush for that. We'll just kind of start to soften these clouds. Easy goes. There we go. All right, let's put a few more clouds up here. Except I think I want to add just a little bit of pink into this horizon. So I need a little bit of red. That ought to do. Let's see. Let's just mix it up here. I don't need a lot. I just need a touch of red. It's easier to make it more red, so add a little bit of red at a time. All right, let's try that. Might could be a little bit more red than that. I don't know. Let's try that. Now a lot of this cloud, this layer of clouds is going to get covered up with trees. We're going to put them in anyway. We'll know they're back there. Let me just kind of wipe that off. Just wipe that blue out. I think that'll do. We'll find out. Let me put a little bit of there we go. Using the paint up off the knife. That's okay. All right. Let's blend that out now. I'm going to use a different brush than the one I did before, so I guess I'll clean this one out. Then we'll come back. little bit more highlight on that. I like this side okay. I might need a little more highlight on that side, but let's see. Let's figure that out. So we have that boat picture that we're working on. It's almost done. We'll do detail. We'll do a video on that. We've actually got the main part of the video down, but I still need to go back and touch up the portholes and a few other things like that. So that's good. It's pushing that sky back far. This is where I want it to be. Billy. How are you doing, Billy? Hey, for those of you that watch the YouTube channel, how do you like that channel? Is there something else you'd like to see on that channel, or do you like the way that it is, or the way it's going, or what? Just let me know. Okay. So far, got some phthalo blue, a little bit of bright red, and some titanium white, and some liquid white. That's about it up there. Hey, Amy. How are you? Okay, let's start. I'm going to put a bunch of trees, but let's get some... let's try some of this. This is some cobalt blue. We're going to mix it quite a bit, though, with some other colors here. May add a touch of green to that. I think we will. Let's put a little bit of sap green. We're going to need sap green on the palette before we get done anyway. So now, a good bit of this paint that I'm using today is Gamblin 1980. And so far I've been pretty happy with this paint. I haven't ran into anything that I thought was like I didn't like the pigment, like the pigment wasn't thick enough, or I really haven't had any problems with it at all. All right, so let's take some of this cobalt blue. Let me mix the color on the palette, and I'll show it to you here before I use it. There you go. Come here, your little knife. So let's take some of that pinkish and some white. Leave that over there. Mix it with this cobalt. Mixing in just a little bit of sap green with that. Let's see how that goes. So this is basically the color. Where's the camera? On that side. All right, let's start putting some trees in here. Now these are background trees, but it'll be really important. So we're going. These are a little darker than the sky, a little lighter than what we're going to put in the foreground. So promised myself the next time I did trees like this that I was gonna have the branches go up, but I forgot. Yeah, well, that's okay. I'm gonna fill these gaps in. I don't want to leave them open. I don't like the way this brush is performing, though. I know that. Let me switch fan brushes here in a second. There we go. All right, let me just switch to a different fan brush. This is one I was using earlier. See how it does. Just mixing a little bit more paint on the. Mixing a little bit more paint. Making a little bit more green. All right. I don't have enough paint on the brush. Simple as that. I was saying to Anthony earlier, I hope all you guys are doing good with all this craziness going on in the world. Good Lord. So add a little bit more cobalt to that, to the palette. I put enough paint down. Keep carrying these trees all the way to the edge. So, since Bob Ross had like his little squirrel, I should have had some of my cats on this on this video channel. I foster 22 cats. At the moment, I have 22 cats. I've got 12 of those are kittens, 12 to 15 weeks old. They are a handful. Taking care of 22 cats is Now they don't live at my house. We actually operate out of PetSmart. So I go there. I go there to visit them guys. They would all like to come home with me, and I'd like them to come home with me, but yeah, no, I don't think that would work out. I don't think my boy. I don't think Axel would like that too much. He's kind of spoiled, and that's okay. He makes me laugh a lot. He's so funny. I'm gonna put another tree in front of that. I don't want that one to be broken off a little bit. And a little bit more titanium white. The rescue that I work with is called Kentucky Pets Alive. We pretty much specialize in cats that are on death row. So if they need a medical, if you have a cat that comes into a shelter and it needs medical care, ain't gonna happen. They don't have the money for that. So we take those cats, whether they got 3 legs or missing an eye or missing an ear or whatever. Some of my best cats have been cats that are disabled some way or other. And all of those guys, every cat that I've ever had in my foster thing has been adopted, so that's pretty cool. But I always have 22. There's always more cats to be rescued. Okay, that's kind of look pretty good. I'll put one more tree right here. Let's make it let's see. Let's just make it, first of all, let's put this one in. Maybe we'll put 2 trees. Let's put this one up here. We're starting to get a lot of paint on the canvas, and I'm going to put another row of trees in front of this row of trees. So, now the row of trees that go in front of this will make darker. We'll make them darker. Better pull them up closer. So we'll use the same paint, but we'll just darken it up some. We'll add some more. We'll have to add some more blue to the palette. A little hole in that tree, and I'm just kind of a little bit of landscape in there like that. All right. Hey, Colin. Make sure I didn't miss anybody, Smith. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's take that paint. I think we'll mix a little phthalo blue with that, with the cobalt. Add some of this sap green to it. Maybe a little bit of midnight black to it. Maybe some brown, some burnt umber, or something like that. Let's see what we got here first. This looks pretty good. Not a lot of highlight that's going to go onto these trees because they're dark. They're right up close. Alright. Let's clean the knife off. Let's get to this. Boy, my arm is already tired of making trees and I just got started. I'm happy with that. That looks pretty good. A little bit of a point to this tree. Like that. There you go. Let's make a crooked one. Wouldn't be a Bob Ross kind of painting without a crooked tree, would it? Crooked trees rule in Bob's world. So I'm mixing, consistently mixing the color on the canvas over here. So. Make all these nice crooked trees. A little more brush in there. Oh, my arm's getting tired. My rotator cuff's been getting gradually better, but with all the hospitals more or less closed down for surgery, I don't guess they're ever going to fix it for me. So the VA is still pretty much closed. So let's put a little tree right here. Make it look nice. All right. I'm going to put some snow and stuff on this in a minute. Start turning this into more of a winter scene. It's kind of wintry as it is, but I'm painting with the other hand. My arm a little bit of a rest. That's been a good thing about hurting my arm, my shoulder, because I've been able to go back and paint with both hands again. Especially in portraiture, I can really apply my right hand a good bit in portraiture, so that's pretty good. Let's put two trees right next to each other. Put that one right there. Now let's finish this side. Coming in where you start working on the foreground. I like this kind of bluey green color, it's kind of nice. Let's add a little bit of a point to that tree. Here we go. All right. Good enough. All right, let's get some titanium, more titanium white out. Hey, Mick. I was wondering where you went to, Em. That's okay, Em. The whole time you were gone, I was talking about you. No, I wasn't. I wouldn't do that. There's my little painter wife, Emily Jean. My bestest buddy. My bestest buddy in the whole wide world. All right. Let's see. How do we want to go about this? Let me think about that for a second. I think I'm going to go about it like this. I'll put up a little bit of snow stuff. With a little bit, kind of a foggy mixture kind of thing. To bring that color down. Like that. And then I want to do a little bit more of that over here. Soften that color in. Nice and clean. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure both of our families think we're a couple of weirdos, but it's okay. Oh. That's okay. It's fun, ain't it? We have a good time, don't we? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. All right, let's start putting let's get some different color up here. Let's get some, put a cabin in this thing. Why not? That ought to be enough. We're not going to dress those trees up too much. I think I want to keep them back in the background and just kind of put the cabin out in the front and let it go with that. All right, so let's do it. Just kind of. Then I think we'll, now that I think about that, let's kind of, maybe make a porch thing out this way, maybe. I've never tried that before. Let's see how bad we can mess this up. All right. I think it's going to need to be taller like that, too. I don't usually do it this way. I usually do the roof first, but it's okay. It's all right. There we go. I think I'm getting paint all over me with that paper towel. So let's just set that aside. A little bit more. There we go. Oh, paint don't want to come off. Come on now. Don't be like that. We may have to get some liquid white back out after I said we wouldn't need it anymore. probably okay. Now let's take some of that. Put a little bit of that blue in there with it, just a little. I really want to do this kind of Bob Rossy kind of style, so I think let's darken that a little bit. All right, now let's just I have to do it like this. There we go. I'm not happy with that, so let's just, I don't want to do that. That's not how I want it to be. If y'all haven't seen Emily's new tiger, you're missing out on something. You should go check that out. It's not a tiger, it's a lion. Excuse me, Em. But man, it's awesome. She just sits down and okay, no, she doesn't. She stands up and here it comes. It's incredible. Just incredible. All right. Let's kind of tune the cabinet now, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. First of all, let's just kind of end up this cabinet for me. I'll put more snow on top of that in a second, but I'm going to pull some of that color in. There we go. All right, now where did it? I need some black. Need a little bit of black. I guess I could just, I don't have any brown either, so I may as well put black down. Although I will need some more brown anyway. So. And I'm going to kind of darken this a little bit over here. Okay, on with the snow now. Let's see. Let's put a little bit of, I think I'm going to put a little bit of light color right here. Down this cabin edge. Alright, now let's get going with it. Putting snow. I like to use a 1-inch brush for snow. You can use any kind of brush you want, as long as you put a lot of paint in it. And then I also like to use a knife, so we'll do some of that. We'll do some of that in a minute too. There's some more things to add to the painting here momentarily, but I think one of the things that probably throw people off with putting snow in is they think like the whole painting's got to be white, like all it has to be like that, and it doesn't. You don't. That's not what you're looking for. So, well, you might be looking for that, but that's not the right thing to be looking for. I'm a cannibal, bruh. Tell you, I don't know what that side chat's about, but it sounds interesting. Okay, let's see. So now I'll just switch brushes here because that one's still wet. So. Alright, let's put a couple little somethings in here. Let's put some, excuse me, switch to a small filbert. And on one side, it's double loaded, got black on one side and this lightened up color on the other side. And we'll just put some Bob Rossi kind of things in here. I need to pick up black. Let's try it again. Bob loved to do like these little fence things. He loved all that stuff. Oh, messed up the brush. Time out for a quick cleaning. Here we go. Try it again. Reload. All right, here we go. Put a little more black in that. So we're picking up that white, and that's where it's quite a bit of paint on the canvas at this point. All right. Okay, so now we're kind of on the rundown. Now, you know we're going to have to throw another tree in here, right? Because it wouldn't be a Bob Ross painting without that. So let's pick up some of this dark color that we were using earlier with this blue and green and black. It's dark color. Kind of put us a little bit of thing, a little bit of something right there. And let's put another little something right there too. Why not? I don't like it to be too even though. Let's kind of mess it up like that. There we go. That's good. That looks good. We'll pull some of this color out just to kind of blend it into the snow. All right. nothing else. You guys got to watch me clean the brushes today. Good Lord. All right. Now let's do, yeah, we got to do that. Let's do that Bob Rossi thing he does with the fence thing. Let's do that. Let's just kind of. Wow, thunder's cranking it up out there. Maybe another one. Right below that. There we go. Emily, can you join the video? If you can, join the video and show people your lion. Because it's gorgeous. Freaking gorgeous. Alright, let's put a tree. What kind of tree we want? Let's get maybe a birch tree. I don't know. Let's see. Let's kind of. We'll start this tree off with this filbert, and then we'll break up. And all right, that was good. All right, switching to a script liner, just for grins. Just because if I was Bob, I'd want to be showing you all my paintbrushes. Just kidding. All right, let's see. Go back to the same color. This color's kind of thick though, so it's going to be. We're going to do some more with that in a minute. All right, let's see if we can birch tree. Turn this thing into a birch tree. We may not be able to. It's pretty. Paint's pretty thick. Let's see what we can do. Let's highlight this baby. This paint's pretty thick going on. Okay, now we're going to switch back to the script liner as soon as we clean this brush. Man, why am I having so much trouble getting brushes clean today? Here we go. Switching to black. Oh, wrong color. It's okay. Add a little bit of texture into this tree. Now, there Alright, we got a lot of paint on there, so we're going to do something a little bit different here with that. Just patting this, tapping this in. And we're going to come back and tap some black into it as well. Man, it sounds like a thunderstorm kicking out that big time outside. There we go. Okay. All right, let's finish up these two little things here in the snow and we'll be done. So let's get liquid white. I was wrong. We're going to pop it open. I didn't think we'd need any more of that, but I guess we do. So we're going to use this oval brush. No, it's not oval brush, round brush. And just lightly touch this. Lightly touch this on there. There we go. I don't want to cover up that dark. I want that dark to stay out there. All right, now let's finish up the snow. So back to the 1-inch brush. Well, here's a tip. When you bring this brush across, which I can see up there that I did it before too. When you hit the edge of the canvas, sometimes you'll create a lump of white right there on the edge. You need to flatten that on the edge as much as you can, because if you don't, you'll get it off. It's going to come off on your hands every time you touch the painting until that liquid white, until that titanium white dries. I'm just going to soften this a little bit. There we go. All right, a little bit on this side. I want it to be right underneath of that. There we go, just like that. Titanium white's the slowest drying paint ever. Unlike burnt umber, which just dries really fast. All right, let me look at this. Let me think about it for a second. I'm cleaning my brush. All right. Well, I said I wanted to do something Bob Ross. And I sort of did. Sort of, kind of. I'm going to show you the reference photo in a second. You see a postcard in this? Can't do that. It's actually Bob's idea. Here. So, here's the painting. And here's Bob's reference photo from my Bob Ross calendar. Ta-da! 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 So, I'll credit to Bob Ross on the layout for this girl. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's nice to be back on Facebook Live. This video will actually show up on YouTube sometime, whenever I get around to doing it. And it's been great. And be sure you check out Emily Jean's channel. Bob Ross would be proud. Well, he'd probably at least say, well, it looks like one really good happy accident. I don't know, Emily. Check out Emily's Lion on her page, and on her Little Painter Girl page, because, man, it's gorgeous. She's doing some really great artwork over there. And I'll call you back in a little bit, buddy. Until then, see you guys.